11, 11, 11, I say, 100 miles. 1,100 miles, 1,100 miles along the Appalachian Trail. Hey, something that's going to come up, about a week from now, will be 1,200 miles. And after that, we enter new territory insofar as, up to this time in Jasper's career as a thru hiker, the longest trail he's ever done was 1,200 miles. And that was the yo-yo of the Bruce Trail in Ontario. Yeah, so about a week from now, about a week from now, give or take, yeah, no, we'll enter new territory as we would hit 1,201 miles. Good morning, everybody. I said get out of bed, and good morning, everybody. Wow, well, rain last night, whoo-wee. Lots of rain, that's fine. Once again, my Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2 2020 edition, furnished, purchased, gifted to me by my wonderful daughters, Karina and Amanda. Thank you, girls. Did the job, protected me well, kept me warm, kept me dry, kept me cozy all night long. Oh yeah, it was hard rain too. Today, clearing. And the next several days again, nice weather. And then I think there's a day of some rainy showers. And then again after that, the long range says more days of nice weather. You know what? We're going to blast through Pennsylvania, everybody. Oh my goodness, we are going to blast through Pennsylvania, everybody. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. As of yet, I haven't, at the beginning of day 2, I have yet to hit the famous, notorious rocks of Pennsylvania. I mean, there's rocks here and there, but nothing different than any other section of the trail. But again, it's called Rocksylvania, and it has a name, that name for a reason. But we've yet to hit that. So I'm sure that's going to, you know, slow me down. Today, well, so yesterday ended up being a 19.2 mile day. Great day for me, perfect, loved that. Really nice little camp spot on the side of the trail, loved that. We had a campfire last night, you all saw that. Did we have a good time or what? Jasper knows how to party. Anyhow, today, a few things going on. We're going to reach sometime today, probably before lunch. We will hit the general store and the Iron Masters Mansion Hostel, and that is the home of the half-gallon challenge. Of course, we're not going to do that, but we'll probably sit and have a pint of ice cream and a cup of coffee. That would be nice, but we're definitely not doing the half-gallon challenge. And then we'll be pushing further north after that. My plan today, as liberal, flimsy as it is, but I did notice on the chart, on the map, at about 18.2 miles, there's a creek. And this creek is showing tenting on both sides with great write-ups. So I'm looking, thinking, you know what, a wet camp, 18.2 miles. Does it get any better than that? Well, yes, it does. A nice hotel in the Caribbean with a steak dinner. Now you're talking. But hey, that sounds really good. 18.2 miles, tenting spot, wet camp, several tent spots to choose from. So I think that's going to be my overall goal. It's May the 19th today. It's day 84 on our through hike of the Appalachian Trail. Yesterday was a big day insofar as we passed the halfway point. And today started off with a yell as we hit the 1,100 mile mark. Next comes 12. For those of you that didn't know that, but after 11 comes 12. Ooh, I'm thinking my apple flavored oatmeal must have been spiked this morning. I'm as giddy as a kipper. Let's head north. Pine Grove Furnace Store. Now, we've read about this. We have seen videos about this. We've watched YouTubes about this. Well, we're finally here. This is the home of the half-gallon challenge. The famous half-gallon challenge. Are we going to do that today? Well, you know what? I'm thinking about it, but I could be tempted into a breakfast sandwich and a cup of coffee. Oh, it looks like... I was just going to say it looks like somebody dropped something on the ground. But it's me. That's my hat. Oh, dear. Oh, Jasper. I was just going to say, hey, somebody dropped something. Well, they did. My hat. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait for these guys to open because they're not open yet. I think they open at 9. I don't know what time it is. What time? Does anybody know what time it is? Here's some fellow hikers, but I won't show much because some people don't like to be on video. And of course, everybody wants to be a star, really, but they're not. I'm not sharing my limelight with them. So it's about maybe 20 minutes. How you doing, dude? Maybe 20 minutes and they open. We're going to see. We're going to see if we got a breakfast sandwich. It's a really interesting place. And right over there is the actual hostel. That's where originally I was thinking of staying. What a beautiful tree, by the way. Just take a look at some of these blossoms. Aren't they just beautiful? Oh, look, there's a guy sneaking up out of the bushes. We've got to watch him. Okay, there's the hostel right there. The Iron Master Hostel. It's really quite famous. Again, it's owned by the Appalachian Trail Conservatory. And they offer a $25 bunk or $35, which includes dinner and breakfast. Pretty cool. Okay. Let's just wait for these guys to open and enjoy our morning. And I'll talk to you guys later. Well, as we say goodbye to the country store. That was a great stop, by the way. I had a coffee, a breakfast sandwich, a yogurt with fruit, and a honey bun. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful community. Notice board all about the Appalachian Trail. Hostels. Yeah. Wow. The Appalachian Trail Museum right there. I'm not going in there. I think the Appalachian Trail, actually, I'm just trying to figure out where it goes. Appalachian Trail North. Okay, so it goes down here. That's what I was thinking. So the Appalachian Trail goes right down here. Oh, there's a blaze on that tree. Now I see it. Yeah. What an interesting kind of community. And it would have been nice to stay at that hostel right there. The store, general store, ridiculously expensive. Absolutely ridiculous. That was the biggest gouging I've seen. $9.99 for a 4-ounce fuel canister. $13.99 for an 8-ounce fuel canister. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous is that. That's double the price of where anybody else is asking. But I guess it is what it is. Look at that. What you got there, that's a 3/4 ton pickup truck, it looks like, a 250, yeah. 3/4 ton Ford pickup with a nice camper on the back, box camper. That's from Illinois. But you know what? I wouldn't even be able to afford the fuel to run that thing. Okay. Looks like they got washrooms here. I might go take a pee. Okay, we'll talk to you in a bit. Since this morning, Iron Master's mansion and the half-gallon challenge grocery store, the day's been pretty much uneventful. Right now it's somewhere around 2:30, 3 o'clock-ish. And I've got about 1.5 miles to where my first choice of a campsite was for today. at about 18, I think it was 18.2 miles. But anyhow, it was 18 point something. And heading into, for Saturday, today being Thursday, heading into Duncannon for Saturday and to the hostel that we have a booking at, which is called the Outdoorsy. It's an outdoor store, outfitters and hostel and so on. I believe it's $25 a night there. One day, this extension arm will be fixed, or I'll replace it with something else. I'm gonna have a look when I can get to a Walmart or something, see what's available for replacing this. So anyhow, having said that, for me to arrive there at a reasonable hour on Saturday, Duncannon, I've got quite a few miles to do, today being Thursday, Friday and Saturday, the day that I arrive. I'm not going to be arriving there early. I'm going to be arriving there late, just because of the mileage. When I say late, probably around 5 o'clock on Saturday-ish. So the more miles I can do today, the better it will be. However, I know from the comments on Gut Hook or Far Out, up the ways, we're going to run into some boulder fields again. I know we have some more climbs to do today, and I know we've done some already. I know we have climbs tomorrow and boulder fields tomorrow. So those things are probably going to slow me down a little bit, if not a lot, for sure. So once I get this 1.5 miles done and get to my first choice for camp, which is a tenting area and a creek, so it really is the perfect kind of camp. I'm going to throw my Tyvek down, maybe take a break, have a rest, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, and then decide if I'm going to attempt to go to the next actual shelter. So the next actual shelter, I believe, is about 4.2 miles further on from where that camp is. So say before 5.2, about 5.7 from here, 5.7 miles, almost 6 miles. Do I have that in me today? Well, it's hard to say. It has been a solid day. 18 plus miles is always a solid day for me. Let's take a look at this trail, by the way. Oh, heard the birds singing. Beautiful sunny day. It's around, I'm going to say about 78 degrees Fahrenheit, I'd say. A little more when you stood right in the sunshine. Challenging insofar as rocky, but the climbs haven't been horrendous as of yet, although one on the chart looked pretty big later on. Whether we do that today or tomorrow depends on how far we go today, of course. Yeah. So I don't know. Would be nice if I did push on, but being tired, going over those boulder fields, that could be tricky. On the other side of the coin, early on the morning in the dark, going over those boulder fields, that could be tricky too. You have to figure out what is the best of two trickies, I guess. Okay, we're going to keep going. We'll make a decision once we get to this next camp spot. Again, about 1.5 miles up the trail. A beautiful, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, wonderful camp location. And just on the other side of the trail, what do we have over here? We have yet another absolutely beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous camping location. And what do we have down here? We have a beautiful, beautiful water source. A nice creek filled with cool, clear, fresh water. But we can't camp here. I'm going to tell you why. Well, we can camp here. But it would really kind of make my life more challenging. And this is why. I am going to tell you why. Right now, I am 4.1 miles away from a shelter with tenting and water and so on. And that's fine. I've already done over 18. So that's going to put me to 22.5 miles for the day. That's a big, big, big day for me. Big day. Especially on this trail. I'm also 8 miles away from Boiling Springs, the community of, where I am going to probably have some restaurant food, maybe pick up a little jar of coffee, a couple of little things I might need. That's it. Carry on. But what I noticed was, just outside of Boiling Springs starts a 14-mile no camping and pretty much no water zone. So when I add the 8 miles I'm away from Boiling Springs to that 14, that's over 22 miles. So the bottom line is this: I rather do 22 plus miles today, or I do 22 plus miles tomorrow. And if I do just 4.1 more miles today, then I will have my 22.5 miles in, which means I don't have to do 22 miles right now. It means I just have to do 4.1 more miles. That's going to get me 4 miles closer to Boiling Springs, which means tomorrow my day will be 18 point something miles to the Darlington shelter, most probably. And also, tomorrow being Friday, that will also make my entry into Duncannon much more simple, shorter, somewhere around a 12-13 mile day. So my reasoning is I don't have to do 22 miles today, now, not from now. I just have to do 4.1, and then I will have done my 22 miles, which means tomorrow I don't have to do the 22 miles, just the 18. Does that make any sense at all? When I was laying on my sheet of Tyvek, eating a Snickers bar, drinking electrolyte water, only moments ago really, it made sense to me. Cut a long story short, we're heading north. We are going to do the next 4.1 miles to the shelter. So it's going to be a late night. Well, late for me. Be after 6 o'clock before I get there, ish. And I got a couple of good climbs ahead of me, and a couple of good boulder fields apparently ahead of me. And I'm already tired. And I'm going now. And I'll talk to you guys later. Let's go. Let's get this 4.1 miles done. It's what we do. Let's move it. I have a beautiful water source right here. I have to cross that little walkway tomorrow, but not until morning. Some tenting areas up here. I descended from the hills just 30 minutes ago and set up my camp nestled inside this little spot right here. Absolutely perfect. And just over here, there's another tent spot with a fire ring and so on. Perfect. I've got a big tree trunk that's going to be my backrest, and that's when I'm going to make my supper. It's been a long day. Day 84 has been a winner. 22.2 miles today. That's my biggest day on trail so far. I don't want to do too many 20 plus miles a days, but it just worked out that today we just had to do that, so we did. So 22.2 miles. Excellent day. Gonna have a nice dinner. I'm gonna get to bed as soon as I can because tomorrow comes bright and early. But tomorrow we go into Boiling Springs. That should be interesting. And then we're gonna push north from there. We'll talk to you in the morning. Good night.